Hello friends! In the latest update, Ankama introduced the tutorial system again, and for new and returning players, it's worth asking if it's even worth playing. Especially when the Ogress server is about to release, players might want to skip the tutorial entirely and dive right into Astrub. Wakfu is one of those games where you can opt to skip the tutorial completely, but are able to come back to it at any time. However, in this video, let's see what the tutorial actually looks like, how long it'll take, and what kind of goodies you actually get from it. First thing is first, you're free to skip the cutscene or watch it. There's no quest tying to actually watching this thing. Oftentimes, during cutscenes, you will get a button on the bottom right that'll let you skip the dialogue parts of the cutscene. The very beginning of the tutorial is a very simple crash course through the controls of the game. For anyone even remotely familiar to the game, this won't be useful. However, for completely new to the game players, this goes over all the critically important aspects of the game, the battle modes, the dynamic environments, and the crafting. This short part of the tutorial gives nothing but XP and cannot be gotten back into. Everything beyond this point will be available to those that skip the tutorial. The quest will make you speak to multiple NPCs, the first being this Eneripsa, who is the NPC that will let you change classes until you are level 30. After this, you can quickly go south to speak to Otomai, completing that subquest. After speaking to him, there is a wandering NPC that will teach you all about the monster seeding and planting system. Quickly kill 3 Wodents, gather seeds from these Wodents, and then plant them, and you'll be done with this part of the quest. Keep the drops because you're gonna need them soon. She sends you to gather, cut, and plant some of the herbs in the area. Same as the Wodents, do 3 of each and talk to her again. The last part of her quest involves running back to Otomai, crafting 3 potions from the herbs and the Wodent drops to make 3 potions that heal you. After that, you're done with her quest entirely. The next part of the quest takes the longest, but is arguably the most useful. Run over to the dojo area here and go inside. Speak to the main NPC here and go through each of her trainings. The first will have you hit the enemy in the back to demonstrate the bonus damage for backstab. Next, you'll have to check the monster's resistances before you can attack. A tip is to use Shift V to make it easy. Pick the corresponding colors that the monster is weak against and let him have it. After that, the next fight will teach you the difference between close combat and ranged. Stay in the green to hit the monster back and forth to move on. The next fight will teach you the concept of line of sight. Not all spells have line of sight, but this will be a useful skill that you should absolutely learn, even if you're a melee character. Moving on from this, the next fight will give you an idea of what AoE attacks are. Each attack you're given is given a different shape. Make sure to hit all the monsters in one attack. The next fight is slightly annoying. You're given a push, pull, a teleport, and a swap places spell. Simply relocate the monster into the green spot 4 times to finish the fight. The last fight will require you to right-click the monster and read the special buff it has. This buff will tell you exactly what is needed to damage the monster, such as ending your turn next to it, attacking it from a green or red cell, or so on. Once that fight is done, you're done here, and move on to the last quest. You're going to fight a solo dungeon, but in reality it's just a cutscene. Simply fight Grugaloragron, and pass your turn repeatedly before he burns you to ash, and then you've completed the Rii quest line. This has taken us roughly 15 minutes, if you take your time. Speedrunners could probably do this in under 8 minutes. The rewards are, when there's no booster active, enough XP to get you around level 7, a 20 slot bag, and a few emotes. Is it worth it? The bag alone makes it worth it if you do not have anything prepared ahead of time, so those who are not getting the legendary pack should absolutely do Rii. Inventory space in Wakfu is a big deal. Especially for a new server like Ogress, your inventory will be packed without the bag, and will make your life much easier. Though Rii is not instanced, the majority of the tasks will be able to be done for all players in even the most packed of zones, so you shouldn't have too much problems doing it. That being said, those of you getting the legendary starter pack that comes with the bags can safely skip Rii for when the hype starts to die down. Is doing the Rii tutorial worth it? For the reward alone, yes, but for those coming back to the game or not knowing exactly how the game works, it'll be very useful to you to do it before the server starts so that you can get a grasp for the gameplay of Wakfu. For those starting on Ogrest, you don't have a minute to waste, so if you don't need to do it, don't do it. That's all for this video. Next up, I'm gonna go through the way longer Astrub tutorial and whether or not that new players should do it, especially for those antsy about starting the new server optimally. So stay tuned. Catch you guys in the next one.